Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an advanced Dungeons and Dragons story about. This is interesting. I thought it was funny at the time, but it really worked. The aircraft carrier and the troop ship. Now, in medieval technology, those ships did not exist. You had galleys and you had things like that that could carry troops. But an aircraft carrier? Here we go. Years ago, my friend Jesse was playing in my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons campaign. One of my players, the Barbarian, had managed to secure a throne and make himself a king. This is the same campaign where my friend Bobby had set himself up as the puppet master. Go check out that video. Now Jesse was running a thief, and the Barbarian wanted to make sure his army and navy were unbeatable. Towards that end, he asked the other players for ideas. Jesse sat down and designed an aircraft carrier using advanced Dungeons and Dragons technology and magic. The ship he designed had 4 main decks. The top deck was crew quarters. The second and third decks were individual stalls holding Pegasus and other flying creatures. The central hallway allowed the pilots, the riders, to reach their mounts. The stalls had outside doors so that the mounts could fly straight from the stalls. The bottom deck was the hold for food, water, and supplies. This huge ship could carry 2 decks of 40 mounts, or 80 total aircraft flying mounts. It was very, very effective. They used it a couple of times, as I recall, and it was overwhelmingly powerful. It gave air power, and when you surround it with the rest of the normal fleet, it had firepower to boot, Now, as a way of delivering troops by air, he also designed a troop carrier. This ship had 4 decks of 400 beds each. That's 1,600 soldiers per ship. There were central exercise areas and lots of windows and a cargo hold in the belly for supplies. The mage in the group, Larry, Mr. Mage, created magic items specifically for these ships. When it was time to deploy, the soldiers would move up on deck so the low-level wizards could use the items to cast item spells and turn groups of them into small statues. These statues would be put into crates. The flying mounts from the carrier would fly over and pick up the crates. From the air, these creatures would fly low and dump the statues from the crates. The statues would reform into the soldiers on impact, as per the spell. These soldiers could be dropped with precision, ready for combat, just like airborne rangers. As I recall, they only had to use this fleet once. They used the airship a couple of times, the aircraft carrier a couple of times, but the troops and everything, they used it once. After that, the rest of the continent wanted to be friends. Talk about peace through strength, right? Yeah, Jesse was an inventive individual. He designed all kinds of stuff. He had an imagination that was in many ways second to none. He could come up with ideas for games using the technology of the game, be it D&D, Recon, whatever. And he could come up with ideas that just boggled the mind. And they were always good ideas. It's not like he ever came up with a bad one. He designed troop transports that could be used for airborne troops. He designed an aircraft carrier. And as I recall, he had a design on the board for a new type of a galley that was almost unbeatable. They just never got a chance to build it. In the game, they never got a chance to build it. But had they done that, I'm pretty sure they could have conquered the world and nobody could have stopped them. It's just a matter of time, you know. But yeah, if you have, I had another player years ago who designed a flamethrower in D&D and it was all using basic technology because it was a bladder you filled with oil and it would spray oil, and he had an ignition system built into it, and it was crazy. You know, I think I did a video about that. At any rate, I miss those old days. I miss gaming with those guys. Jesse, if you're out there, man, I miss gaming with you. Hope you watch this. You folks have a good day now. God bless one and all. We elect cookie-cutter politicians every single election cycle. Yes men who maintain the status quo and do just enough to make us believe the system still works. Imagine, if you will, a president who actually tries to fix things. If you like action, political intrigue, and a righteous crusade, check out my political thriller, The Righteous President.